we can. We'll always find a way.
You do not know the way. You think you know the way, but only me and my brothers know the way.
Just a robot. Hi, I'm Ostrich Fox, and this is the Round Table. Okay, we got that joke out of the way. Now let's talk about Steven Universe. But I want to make something clear. We're talking about the show, not the fan base. That deserves its own video. Now, the first thing I want to say is, I actually enjoy the show. Oh, but just a robot. You talk shit about feminism and SJWs, and this is basically propaganda for those two things. Why do you like it? Well, here's why. It's much better for feminists and SJWs to have their own show than for them to invade other groups such as video games and comic books and try to insert their politics into it. And the show teaches a lot more love and acceptance than let's kill all the white straight men. And it also teaches that you shouldn't kill people for just disagreeing with you, which actually pissed off the fan base, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the show. But keep in mind, there's still some really fucked up things in the show that I will be talking about. The first major issue I have with this show is the majorly inconsistent animation. The characters keep changing size. Seriously, do they not have character models for the Koreans to look at? It almost feels like the show is animated by two completely different studios. Now, I guess you could make an excuse for the gems being off-model. They do have shape-shifting powers, but you can't really make an excuse for the human characters. Now keep in mind, the animation is not completely terrible. Yes, the models are off a lot, but the background animation is extremely gorgeous. However, the voice acting is also pretty terrible. Steven's voice is super grating, almost as bad as mine. And a lot of the voice actors they have are not even voice actors, such as Estelle in this Jinx.
No, it's not a fucking Jinx! It's Nicki Minaj!
But at least some of the songs are good, like Isn't It Over?
It's all over now.
Stronger Than You, which has a whole bunch of different parody versions of it, especially Undertale. But my favorite song has to be You Do It For Him. I don't know, I just really like the message of a dark-skinned girl being taught that she's worthless, and if the time ever comes, she has to lay down her life to save a fat white guy. Now that's progressive. Now there are a few episodes that I think were written by people who done some pretty horrible things and they wrote their own story into, well, Steven Universe, but they changed it to make themselves look like the good guy so they would be justified. For example, there's an episode where Sadie, traps Lars on an island so she can hit on him.
We're okay. Steven said the gems could be coming for us any day. And, until then, I got your back.
Oh my god, he's crying! Imagine if the roles were reversed and a guy trapped a woman on the island and she was crying. Imagine the outrage! Now later, Lars does learn that Sadie trapped him on the island, and he has a reaction that anyone would have.
You knew! Guys? It's her fault we've been trapped here. What?
Look, I panicked. I hid the warp pad. You were just gonna leave, but I knew how much you really needed this. Why don't you ever let me help you?
Help me? Are you insane? You trapped me on an island so you could come on to me.
Go Lars! Tell that white blonde that she shouldn't trap people who have a darker skin tone than her. I'm beginning to ask myself how the alt-right feels about this show. Now after Lars falls, he gets attacked by an invisible gem. It's kind of like that one boss from the Dark Souls 2 DLC, and Stacy defeats it with a pointy stick. And it really shows that with the humans' technology, they can really take out a lot of corrupted gems without any help from the crystal gems. But after she defeats it, it basically treats Lars like he's the bad guy.
So impressed. We captured a gem all by ourselves. Sadie, you were amazing.
Yeah, that was really great. How you, saved me.
Don't read into it.
Lars, she saved your life! Now granted she trapped you on an island and she was the reason why that monster almost killed you, but she saved your life. Also, it really annoyed me when she said, don't read into it. Is that a reference to when he read into you trapping him on an island? 'Cause how else are you supposed to read into that? Now, one of the most hated early episodes was episode 3, where the crystal gems had to put this idol on top of a giant old gem world temple to keep it from collapsing. Now keep in mind, they do have a time limit. Steven asks if he can come with them, and he takes his precious time filling up his backpack with useless junk. And when they finally get to the top of the tower, Steven forgets the one thing he was supposed to bring, and the whole tower collapses. Now you're probably thinking, well, at least the gems got mad at him and punished him, right? No, they congratulated him because 2 of the 3 things he brought were actually useful. Now after this, I stopped watching Steven Universe because that was such a horrible episode. But I did get back into it because people told me they retconned that to it just being a test for Steven. But they actually made it way worse. In episode 38, it's revealed that the whole thing was just a test, and Steven has the audacity to get mad at them. Steven, if it wasn't a test, you would have destroyed an entire ancient temple. You have no right to be mad. So the gems give him a new test where he has to run through this obstacle course full of dangerous weapons. Now he finds out that it's just a test and it's all fake. How does he figure this out? Because he would have died if it wasn't. And yeah, he has the audacity to get mad at them again. Steven, they're testing you because you're going to have to go into the real world one day. You have absolutely no right to be mad at them. But easily the most fucked up thing in all of Steven Universe is a scene involving Steven's dad and Steven's dead mom's friend.
Special. But Steven really wanted me to do New Year's.
Okay, so I'm already sympathizing with Steven's dad. He just wants to be there for his son and be a good parent. Also, I cannot say the word sympathizing. I tried like 15 times. It's just not coming out.
Amethyst, you know how I feel about shape-shifting.
Geez, sorry. I was just trying to cheer you up. Oh, that's right. I forgot you're so sensitive.
You don't like it when I take on the form of your son and make a mockery of him? What, do you need your safe space or something?
I know you like making me uncomfortable, but it's not funny. I can't stay here and humor you. I have to be there for my son.
Well, what about me, huh? I had someone who was always there for me until she started hanging out with you.
Don't do this, Amethyst. Seriously.
I bet you'd stay for her.
You wouldn't.
What? Do this?
What? You just took on the form of his dead wife! This is like some supervillain shit! And before someone says this is her character, she's just a bitch, this goes beyond being a bitch. Imagine if one of your friends got in an argument with you, dug up your dead wife's grave, put on her face, and started mocking you with it. And before you say that's an extreme example, no it isn't.
Hey, Greg. Turn around.
The fuck is wrong with her? Now she's laughing at him.
Check it out.
I know you're doing it. I want to be friends again. I really do. But I can't let you do.
When did he have a cat indeed, Steven? Or was that a cage for when Lion was a kitten? Next time on Film Theory. Oh, and now she's the one running off and crying. You know, after all the fucked up stuff she did, you know, she's just misunderstood.
Have a holly jolly Christmas.
This was really in the YouTube video that I downloaded it from. What? Okay, so what did this episode teach me? Fuck Amethyst. Fuck anyone who likes her character. Unless, of course, you're subscribed to me. If someone could draw me fan art of me beating the shit out of her, that would be fantastic. Remember, my weapon of choice is thread. Now, I don't completely hate Steven Universe. I really like how the gems function. They're a very unique alien race. The only alien that I know of that is similar to them is Deoxys. Also, I do like all the references to Dragon Ball, but they never go so far as to completely rip something off like a super form. They both dance for fusion, but at least the fusion looks completely different. And while I like the story episodes, I really could do without the filler episodes of Steven Universe. But, do you know what doesn't have a bad art style? The art people make for me. We got a 2-for-1, both made by the same guy. First one is alright, kind of has like an alien look to it. But the second one is even better. Now with human flesh, I can be a real synth. My eyes have seen the glory of the cleansing of YouTube, debunking SJWs and feminazis too. We criticize reactionists in hopes they get the boot, just to roll on marches on.